Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking Simulator tutorial. In this video I will show you how to make a very simple fire spreading system. Let's start by creating a new interface. Open the interfaces folder and create a new interface called BPI burnable. Now open that interface and add a function named burn. For the input, add a reference to BP fire. Now let's open BP fire. In the onComponent begin overlap event, call the burn function of the other actor and send self as a fire. Next, add onComponent and overlap for the box collider. Here we will remove the burning tag from the other actor when it's no longer overlapping. Now create a new function called spread. Add a directions variable. This will be an array of vectors that define the directions the fire can spread. Let's add 4 items to that array. For the first set x value to 1, for the second set x value to -1, for the third set y value to and for the fourth, set y value to -1. Next, let's add a couple more variables to BP fire. Create used directions variable, which will be an array to keep track of which direction the fire has already spread in. Then add a spread distance variable of type float. For my project, the spread distance is 90 because that's the size of the table, stove and most of surfaces in a game. Now let's start the spread function. Before we continue, let me quickly show you what we are about to do. We will check if there's direction. We haven't tried to spawn fire in yet. And we will find the position for the new fire. Next, we will check if it's actually possible to spawn fire at that position. If the spawn isn't possible, we will just repeat the attempt. If it's possible, we will go ahead and spawn a new fire, but with lava spreading power than the current one. First, check if the length of used directions is not equal to the length of directions. Club the check into a new function called canSpread and make it pure. If the check returns true, add a sequence node. From the first spin of the sequence, get a random direction from directions array and convert random to executive pin. Now check if used directions contains the random direction. If it does, randomize again. If not, add the random direction to used directions. Next, multiply random direction by spread distance. And add x and y of the current actor's location to that product. Finally, promote the result to a local variable called spawn location. Select the section where we find in a direction and add a command block, name it spawn location. Next, from the then1 pin, we need to check if we can spawn. So add a branch node. Let's also create a new function called canSpawn. It will take an input spawn location of type vector. And return a boolean output. Also mark that function as pure. Call multisphere trace by channel. For the start, set it to spawn location. For the end, use the same x and y. But for that, add 100. Set the radius to 30. Now check the return value of the trace. If it's false, meaning that nothing was hit, just return true right away. If it's true, use for each loop on the out hits. When the loop is completed, return true. Inside the loop, break the hit result. Now we will restrict fire spreading using tags. Open project settings, tag manager, and add a new tag, cooking sim and burnable. Copy the full tag name once it's created. Then go back to bpfire and add this tag to tags list. You can also apply this tag to any other actors you want to protect from fire. For example, I applied it to BP Sync and also to BP Order Pickup area. Now open up the canSpawn function again. Inside the loop body, check if the actor has the unburnable tag. If it does, return false immediately. Open back the spread function. For branch condition, check if can spawn for spawning location. If it cannot, simply call spread again to try another direction. Next, let's add a variable called spread power. Make sure to tick expose on spawn and instance editable. Set the default value to true. If fire can be spawned, call spawn actor with BP fire. Split the transform pin and set the spawn transform location to the spawn location we calculated earlier. Then for the spread power, set it to the current fire spread power -1. Now open the event graph. In the begin play event, check if spread power is not equal to 0. If it isn't 0, call set timer by event. For the event, create a matching event called onSpreadTimerFinished. Next, promote time to a variable spread time. And set its default value to 5. Now take this whole timer setup and convert it to a macro. Name the macro Start Spreading Timer. Open the macro and add an output pin. In the onSpreadTimerFinished event, first call the spread function. After the spread, we need to check if we can spread again. So use canSpread to verify if spreading is possible. If it's possible, call Start Spreading Timer to continue the fire spreading process. Now let's add the burnable interface to the blueprints. First open BP table and add BPI burnable interface to it. Then add the burn event. In the burn event, move the fire to the position of object place. Next, check if there is a placed object. If there is, call burn on the placed object to apply the fire. Now open BP Kitchenware. Here add BPI burnable interface too. Then add the burn event. Inside the burn event, call the burn event for every food item inside the kitchenware. Now let's create a material for the burned food items. Go to Asset Models and add a new material called Emburned. Open it and set the base color to black to represent the burnt effect. Save it and then open BP food item. Add the BPI burnable interface and implement the burn event. In the burn event, use for each loop. Use mesh materials as an items. every mesh material set to unburned. Next open BP Burger and add burn event. Call the parent function, then set the burned material for the top mesh. Finally call the burn event on every food item inside the burger. Now let's open the level. I want to make it more grid-based for better object placement. Since most of immovable assets are designed with a size of 90 by 90, I recommend placing all object on a grid with a 90 step. And most of my assets are 90 by 90, but there is one asset that's very different. We will adjust that one accordingly. Open BP order pickup area and add a sink to the viewport. Scale the mesh to fit the width of the sink. Move it a little bit forward to position it well. Remove the sink. And set 1 for the Z scale to keep the height. Next open back map. Next open back the map. And finish placing objects. Now let's test the game. Everything seems works perfectly. File spreading works as planned. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.